Rebellion is an uprising against one's government, a resistance that is often organized. A rebel is simply a person who participates in such an action. Rebel groups are coordinated entities seeking political control either of a whole state or part of one. These uprisings usually stem from political, religious, or social grievances. These grievances are frequently rooted in perceived inequality or marginalization. The word rebellion comes from the Latin words re and bellum, meaning again and war, respectively. John Locke believed the people have a responsibility to overthrow unjust governments. Uprisings that revolt, resist authority, take direct action, and organize are considered rebellions. An insurrection is an uprising focused on changing the government itself. When a government doesn't recognize rebels, they are termed insurgents, leading to an insurgency. In larger conflicts, rebels might gain recognition as belligerents without government recognition. This situation can escalate the conflict into a full-blown civil war. Civil resistance movements often aim to topple governments or heads of state. Such movements can arguably be classified as a form of rebellion. These movements often uphold their country's constitutional system. This is done against a government deemed unlawful, like one refusing to acknowledge an election defeat. The term rebel may not fully capture the element of defending the rule of law. An attempt to overthrow the government by a limited group is a putsch. If an elite group carries out the overthrow, it is a coup d'état. If the entire system of society is changed, it is typically called a revolution. Macro approaches to rebellion often build on Marxist interpretations. Theda Skocpol argues for analyzing objective relationships among groups. She focuses on conflicts rather than individual ideologies. Karl Marx analyzed revolutions as symptomatic expressions of class-based power. These power dynamics are often fundamentally contradictory. Marx's central tenet is the analysis of society's mode of production. This includes the societal organization of technology and labor. He also looked at the relationships between people and their material conditions. Marx writes about the hidden structure of society. This structure requires examination of ownership of production. It includes consideration of direct producers and their relationship. Conflict arises when producers are dispossessed of the means. This dispossession creates tension within the system. The concept of class struggle is central to Marxist theory. Rebellions often arise from this underlying struggle. Economic factors are critical drivers of rebellion. Social inequality exacerbates the potential for unrest. Political marginalization fuels resentment and resistance. Historical grievances contribute to the likelihood of rebellion. The role of ideology is significant in mobilizing rebels. Leadership is crucial for organizing and sustaining rebellion. External support can significantly impact the success of a rebellion. The state's capacity to respond is a factor in the outcome. The international context influences the dynamics of rebellion. Understanding these factors is vital for anticipating conflict. Analyzing rebellion requires a multifaceted approach. Examining root causes is essential for effective prevention. Ultimately, understanding rebellion helps us build a more stable world.